What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's Haas with Onyx Block. Today we're going to be talking about how, as a Canadian, you can invest in cryptocurrency and put that into TFSA. We're going to be talking about two new investment funds, QBTC.u and then Qeth.u. Invest in cryptocurrency and put that into a tax-free savings vehicle in the United States. Now, I don't know anything about the States because I live in Canada and this video is for Canadians. But in the United States, you typically would have, I think, a Roth IRA or some sort of IRA that you can deposit crypto in. I'm not sure how it works. I don't know the specifics, but you also have a lot of investment firms. I think you can invest in BlackRock. Now, in terms of cryptocurrency in Canada, you can invest in things like crypto companies. I'm a huge proponent of PayPal. I think PayPal is going to be big in the future. Obviously, it's already grown significant from where it came from, but adding on that cryptocurrency, I think it would be a nice bet and a hedge to involve yourself in cryptocurrency. You can obviously also buy American stocks like MicroStrategy's, heavily invested into Bitcoin. But if you want direct exposure of something tangible to put into your TFSA that just represents the value of cryptocurrency, or at least the two top cryptocurrency, then this is definitely what you should be interested in. So 3iQ Digital Asset Management has come out with two investment funds or funds that trade on the TSX. So the new one that just came out, and this just a couple of days ago, is Qeth.u. And then we'll look into the Bitcoin one. But I do say that this is a small management firm. And I know I say small when they have 77 million in assets in their Ether fund, and then 420 million in their Bitcoin fund, and then their Canadian fund. Actually, I think that's the same amount, just converted in Canadian dollars. Before I get into the individual funds, now, again, the reason why I say it's small is because they're not even averaging $1 billion, not even close. And as you know, even in crypto, that's small because Celsius network is managing about almost $4 billion. So really, $500 million is not a lot of money, but it is regulated and it is trading under the TSX. So there you go. Partners, the most notable ones that I know is Gemini and ARK. Obviously, there are going to be a lot of other financial organizations piling in, and that's to be fair with a fund like this. So let's first talk about the Bitcoin fund. So this is probably the thing that you're most interested in, especially if you're new into cryptocurrency and you don't want to go and learn and make a Coinbase account or custody your own crypto, and you don't like all that. You can easily just buy a little bit of this every month in your TFSA, and that's it. That would be all you have to do. And then everything that you grow from this is tax-free. Of course, I custody my own Bitcoin, but that doesn't mean that this isn't useful for me. So the going price right now, and obviously markets are closed right now, so it doesn't update like Bitcoin because Bitcoin's obviously a 24-hour market. This would not be. It will update once the market opens. The average going price per fund, per share, is $30.27, and that's American dollars. And especially if you're in Canada, just know that both of these are set in American dollars. I think the purpose is so Americans can invest in it. This is, to my knowledge, the first time that you can actually buy a fund or Ether and Bitcoin directly and have value representative of that asset and put it in a TFSA. This is the only time I know of. So I could be so wrong, and you could have been able to do it for a while, but I haven't been able to find out. If you do know how to put Bitcoin directly in to TFSA, please let me know, but I don't think it exists. So right now, going for 30.27, the net asset value, so how much each share is worth in terms of Bitcoin, is 26.21. So you might ask, okay, well, what's the difference? Usually the difference is the actual fund fee, the fees that you end up paying the fund. Now, obviously, when you sell it, that's baked into the price. But they are obviously taking a little bit money on the top. One that happens in terms of just how trading works, volatility, the price has to go up and down. And then two, it's just a general fee for the actual fund to do it. So it could seem like a lot of money on each share that you're spending, but I would argue that percentage, that small percentage, which comes to like I don't even know, maybe 5% here. That small percentage of money that you'd essentially be giving to the fund, that small percentage of money, essentially minuscule in terms of the tax implications that you would make on this. Because ultimately, when you're looking at Bitcoin and when you're looking at Ethereum, you're not looking for the 10 to 20% gain. You're expecting possibly higher, right? Maybe hundreds of percents of gain, right? Bitcoin could easily hit 40,000, doubling your money. And to be able to put money into a TFSA and not pay taxes on it on the way out, that's hugely beneficial, especially when a lot of people are talking about cryptocurrencies and retirement, right? So a lot of that's not really possible with regular funding just because of how much tax is taken. But if you're able to put a little bit into a TFSA, that at least helps you negate some of your taxes. Now, again, the cap for a TFSA, I think going right now is almost 70,000, maybe 80,000. So the total net asset value, so this is all of the Bitcoins in assets, 420 million. We talked about that before. So let's go into the fund a little bit and discuss some points. So this is a couple of months prior, so the prices are a little bit different as the price of Bitcoin has gone up. It has some interesting information that we can go down in. So you might ask, okay, so how much does my one share have of Bitcoin? Now, I'm sure this is updated appropriately because this is the data as of November 30th. So keep in mind, this could be different, but it kind of gives you a good ballpark of how much one share would represent. Now, does this mean that you own this Bitcoin? No, it does not mean you own a share representing that Bitcoin, right? So a share of the Bitcoin, but you don't own that Bitcoin directly, similar to how you would own Bitcoin in your own wallet or your ledger. So BTC per unit is 0.001116. So each unit has 0.001116 Bitcoin per unit. That would be the representative value of each share. So that being said, that's Bitcoin. The allocation obviously for this fund is 100% Bitcoin. This is probably exactly what you're looking for. Of course, if a fund came out with a basket of alts, I'd probably buy in, but I probably trust my own research and judgment for my alt picks. So it wouldn't be as appealing as a Bitcoin and Ethereum fund are, because Bitcoin and Ethereum are two of the definite winners, right? They're two projects that are definitely going to increase over the coming time. And we know that based on the scarcity and based on the small market caps right now. If you remember, Bitcoin, the market cap, I think, is only at $450 billion, whereas trillions of dollars could be ready to flood into the market and increase the price. The Ethereum fund. So I don't have a report out for the Ethereum fund. There's the giant perspective paper that goes over the details of the entire fund. But price per unit is $10.75. Looks like American. And that's that's not the price per unit. That's the net asset value. So that's how much each unit is worth in terms of Ethereum. Or the representative value of Ethereum that each share represents. Each share trades at $12.71, and again, that's American. And in total, they hold $77 million worth of Ethereum. Which again, when you talk about the money that we've talked about in this space, 77 million isn't all that much. So down here, they do state ETH per unit is 0.01777. So that's how much ETH you're getting each unit. And then obviously units per ETH, I don't think that's nearly as important. And then you can see down here the management fee at 1.95%. So you are paying the fee. That's obvious. And with every fund, you do end up paying a fee. But the important thing to remember, and especially when you're talking about the two winners, right? So obviously, and if you watch some of my videos, you know that I'm hedged into XRP and numerous other projects. But I do view Bitcoin and Ethereum as the two clear winners. So regardless of what any other altcoin does, I'm pretty confident that these are going to hold value in the next 10 to 15 years. And for that to grow completely tax-free in a TFSA in Canada, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So my strategy for this is, because I already own some Bitcoin and because I already own some ETH, any future purchases of Bitcoin and ETH, I'm going to be doing it exclusively in the fund, bulk up my TFSA, and that way, in the next coming years, I can reap the benefits of tax-free growth on my Bitcoin and Ethereum. But that is it for me, guys. If you don't know where to trade this, I would recommend you looking into Wealthsimple. I'll go ahead and drop a link down below, but you could also do Questrade. Questrade is really good, but I'm guessing that if you don't know how to buy either of these, which is Qeth and QBTC, and you can see the tickers at the very top. If you don't know how to buy either of these, then at that point I would recommend Wealthsimple. But if you do know how to buy these, you're most likely already with an exchange, whether that be Questrade, TD Ameritrade, or whatever that is. So hopefully you can figure that point out. But I will put a link down below for Wealthsimple for any of you that don't know. But that's it from me, guys. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe if this kind of helped you out. If you now got to learn how to invest in cryptocurrency completely tax-free in Canada. Yeah, but that's it from me, guys. Have a good one, and happy Boxing Day.